said, sit down, child. The lesson starts now. Bell rings loud and the head bows down. Read the page, don't read the room. Learn the dates, don't ask who blooms. John D. Rockefeller with the oil in his veins. Standard Oil money running into new names. Foundations rise with a saintly face, but power looks clean when it buys the place. General education, a polished board, teaching the many what the few can afford. Not every book is a prison cell, but every system has a story to tell. Who funds the school? Who owns the bank? Who writes the rule? Who fills the tank? Connect the dots, follow the wire. Gold turns paper, paper turns fire. Oil turns war, war turns debt, and the poor pay bills for the rich man's bet. Connect the names, follow the throne. Rockefeller, Epstein, Nixon, Kennedy, gone a shadow maze. Because every empire has a plan behind. 1913, the Federal Reserve came, sold as stability in a banker's name. Currency elastic, panic controlled, but who gets rescued when the markets fold? The Nixon closed the golden door, August 15th, 71. Vietnam burning dollars thin. Paper money learn to run. No more gold behind the note, just faith, force, debt, and vote. They print the future, lend it back, then blame the worker for the lack. A loan for the house, a loan for the school, a loan for the war, then they call you the fool. Connect the dots, follow the wire. Gold turns paper, paper turns fire. Oil turns war, war turns debt, and the poor pay bills for the rich man's bet. Connect the names, follow the throne. Rockefeller, Epstein, Nixon, Kennedy, gone a shadow maze. Because every empire has a plan behind. Lincoln fell when the Civil War bled. Booth with a pistol and hatred in his head. Garfield fell to a broken mind. Patronage, politics, a job denied. McKinley fell by an anarchist flame. One man's rage at the empire game. Kennedy fell in Dallas rain, and the files still echo through America's brain. They say Oswald stood alone with the gun. Warren wrote the ending before doubt was done. Some say Cuba, some say CIA, some say money hated what JFK might say. Because power does not always leave fingerprints. Sometimes it leaves policy, silence and hints. Sometimes it kills, sometimes it buys. Sometimes it buries the truth under classified. Vietnam came wrapped in red scare light. Tonkin turned fog into Congress right. They said peace needs bombs from the sky, then counted contracts while children died. Iraq came later with weapons unseen, a desert of oil and a television screen. Freedom spoken in a missile's tongue. Old men profit while the young die young. They call it defense, they call it peace, but the war machine never signs a lease. It owns the factory, owns the fear, owns the headline in your ear. Connect the dots, follow the wire. Gold turns paper, paper turns fire. Oil turns war, war turns debt, and the poor pay bills for the rich man's bet. Connect the names, follow the throne. Rockefeller, Epstein, Nixon, Kennedy, gone shadow maze. Because every empire has a
Rockefeller built with oil and grants. Morgan built where finance chance. Nixon cut gold, Kissinger played maps. Kennedy died and the trust collapsed. Johnson signed war into flame. Bush sold fear in freedom's name. Clinton's blowjobs and children charity. Obama held peace in a Nobel disguise, while drones dragged nations under medieval skies. Trump sold anger, Biden sold brainless shit. Different masks, same machine. Red tie, blue tie, same routine. Left wing, right wing, same old bird, flying above what the people heard. The school system trains the clock inside. The bank system trains the debt outside. The media trains the eyes to fight. The war system trains the darkest light. Divide by race, divide by class, divide by gender, faith and flags. Keep them scrolling, keep them tired, keep their souls on a rented wire. The masses are not dumb by birth, they are buried under noise and work. Too much panic, too little sleep, too much debt to think too deep. Connect the dots, but don't lose your mind. Truth is sharp and rage is blind. Follow the money, follow the grave, but don't become the fear they gave. Connect the names, expose the game. Rockefeller, Epstein, Nixon, shame. Lincoln, Garfield, McKinley, JFK. Just open your eyes and connect the dots. Gold turns paper, paper turns chain. War turns oil into private gain. School turns wonder into control. Banks put interest on the soul. American weapons bought and sold, a kingdom armed in freedom's name, till streets caught fire and the mullahs came, and tables turned in desert dust. Yesterday's ally became mistrust. They fed one side, then fed the flame, and called it balance in the empire's game. Saddam rose with a butcher's grin, useful once when Iran had to bleed with them. Intelligence whispers, chemical skies, children buried under border lies. Then Kuwait burned and the script was flipped. The former tool became the devil's lips. A handshake fades, a headline screams. The villain changes when power dreams. First they arm you, then they shame you. First they need you, then they name you. First you serve the hidden hand, then you die on CNN. Connect the dots from gulf to grave. Who gets armed and who gets saved? Iran, Iraq, Kuwait in flames. Different flags, familiar names. Oil in the soil, blood in the sand. Maps redrawn by a distant hand. Peace on paper, war in the vein. The empire never wastes its pain. Afghanistan, cold mountain night. Soviet tanks under satellite light. Washington smiled through Pakistan's gate. Saudi money met Cold War hate. Mujahideen with borrowed guns. A holy war for power. the funding, then regret. First the chessboard, then the graves, then the speeches about the world they save. They don't create every monster's face, but they water monsters in a strategic place. And when the monster leaves the cage, they sell new wars to the next stage. Then east of Europe, old borders cracked, Donbass burning, history stacked, language power, NATO lines, Minsk agreements, broken signs. Kiev had corruption in its veins, oligarchs, money, nationalist names, Azov shadows, flags aflame, a real wound used inside a larger game. But truth gets murdered when slogans shout. One side hides what the other leaves out. War turns every grief into political truth. Zelensky cries for money in the victim's role, while shadows whisper cocaine just to numb the soul. Maybe no clean mind could bear the lines he sells. When peace gets buried under NATO shells. One screen says monster, one screen says saint. Both sell blood as moral pain. Ask who profits, ask who gains, when broken homes become campaign names. So don't worship flags, don't worship states, don't let their media choose your hate. The victim can suffer, the victim can lie, the empire can weep with a weaponized eye. The tyrant can speak one grain of truth, then bury a city beneath his boot. The rebel can bleed, the banker can feast, and every war says it came for peace. Rwanda, Yugoslavia. Connect the dots, but hold the line. Not every claim is truth divine. Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, Ukraine, the same old storm with a different name. Gold turns paper, paper turns debt, debt turns nations into a net. Oil turns kings into useful friends, then useful friends meet useful lands. School turns question into shame, media turns pain into a game. Banks turn futures into chains, war turns blood into private gains. Ask who armed them before they fell, ask who trained them, ask who sells, ask who calls the devil by name after inviting him into the game. Ask who profits when borders bleed, ask who plants the righteous seed. Ask why every road to peace runs through weapons, banks and police. Ask who profits when the towers fall, ask who answers when the victims call. Ask who funds the books you read, ask who owns the wars they need. Ask who writes the enemy's face, ask who disappears without a trace. Ask why peace comes dressed as war, ask what the money system's for. And when they call your question sin, that's where the real song must begin. No crown, no bank, no hidden hand. can rule.